their makers gather round. It's time to spread that crafty sound. Paper, ink, stamps and snips, we're rolling up our sleeves. Come get your tips, from fresh ideas to color so bold. New techniques and stories told. Every card a little piece of art. Let's dive in, let's make a start. New in the studio, Lisa's here. Spark your style, bring some cheer. Stamp it, snip it, let it flow. Watch your creativity grow.
Hi, friends. I almost said good morning, but it's not morning. Welcome to New in the Studio. My name is Lisa Schmidt, and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And I am, if you're here Saturday, I'm on my own today. I'm solo with Dave. I guess that's not really solo, is it?
No junior assistant.
No junior assistant. It's kind of stressful for me, actually. But anyway, let's see. Monday. How was your Monday? How's it going? I came home and I was getting some things ready, and then I was like, oh yes, I have this list of things to mail, and I boom, 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 got them all done. Dave will put postage on them tonight, and we'll get them out in the morning, which is just feels so good, right? Always feels good. So I want to show you a really pretty card tonight using the Simply Beautiful. It's actually called Lovely and Beautiful Sweet. It's so pretty. I was going to do it on Saturday, and Dave's like, you kind of use that a lot. Like, okay, but
So she took one broadcast off and now it's back.
I know, and now I'm going to use it again because it's just so pretty. So, all right, in case you have forgotten, Lovely and Beautiful is coming out January 6th, and it is lovely and it's beautiful. So the Designer Series paper is just a big wow for me because it's got the gold in it.
Hi, Tina.
I just think it's so pretty. Hi, Tina.
Let us know who's here.
I just love anytime there's, oh, look at that. That goes to a stamp set. I'll hang on to that. Anytime there's something with gold or silver or something shiny, I absolutely love it. But the colors in this, I just think are so pretty. Like, I love this petunia pop and then the peach pie. It's so pretty. Calypso coral. So I'm going to use our vellum. Oh, all those little scraps just fell on the floor. Okay.
Oops.
That's all right. So I am going, this is the paper that I'm going to use, that big piece, but I'm going to stamp on the vellum, and I'm going to show you something kind of fun with that. And so I just need to grab my mat, which is usually right here. Don't know. I do need a mat though, love. I don't know where it is. Oh, here it is. Like maybe Frankie took it. Just kidding. All right, so I'm going to stamp on vellum. Vellum comes now in a 12 by 12. Big 12 by 12 piece of paper, which I absolutely love. And it's vellum cardstock. We didn't used to have cardstock. It used to just be, well, we had cardstock at 8.5 by 11. Anytime you stamp on vellum, you have to use StazOn. And StazOn smells like almond to me. It smells so good. But I'm going to...
Hi, Mary. Hi, Diane.
I'm going to add... I'm just going to re-ink it a little bit. I kind of feel like the StazOn sometimes just needs to be re-inked, kind of like the white, not quite as much as the white, but I just want to make sure it's got some good ink on there. So one time for Christmas, we stamped on vellum just with regular ink before I was a demonstrator. And we let it sit, and we let it sit, and we let it sit, and we let it sit. And you know what? It doesn't dry. It never dried. Because if it's not StazOn, it will not stay on. That's what we learned. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp our flower right here in the middle and get it good. And the StazOn sticks, but that's okay. You just peel it off. Oh, good. All right. I'm going to let that dry for just, I know, I can see it's a little damp, so I'm going to let it dry for just a moment. But you could use this to stamp on glass. Anything shiny, it will stick on really well. I'm going to come back to that. So we are going to use Petal Pink. Like I mentioned, we're going to use this pretty piece of paper. This is a card that we're making for Card Cafe. So those are the two I had put with this one. Either one would be great. And so Petal Pink, this color right here is the color I chose to use as our featured main color. There we go. And I'm going to put it this way. I am going to have a little bit of a backing, and that's going to be in Calypso Coral. And I know some people like sizes, so I will tell you the size. This is almost 3.5 by almost 4. Like those measurements? I think if my students did that, I'd be like, no, what's the exact measurement? But this is going to sit right here. It just has a little bit of a border, and I'll have it go that way. So let's go ahead and stick that on while we're letting this dry, and then I'll show you. I have no adhesive, love, none. 0 zip, nada.
Got it.
He's on it. All right. I don't even have any glue. I have nothing. So that's okay. I will show you the stamp set while we're waiting. Simply Beautiful. It has this gorgeous flower. It's got some leaves. And then the dies have, thank you, a few bonus dies with little leaves and things. And you can, of course, die cut out this flower. Thanks, love.
You bet.
I love having an assistant. Who's the assistant, though, me or him? Not sure. I guess it depends on the activity that we're doing. All right. So that's going to go there. Oh, and I did emboss. I used a 3D embosser, which I happen to have right here to show you, because sometimes you can't see it on the paper up close. So
Hi, Sandy.
this is the Beautiful Pattern embossing folder. There you can kind of see it. And it is from the, this is the November online exclusives, and it's from this catalog. I don't think you need to worry about where it's from. You just put the name in. If you know the name, you just put that in, stamp it up, and it'll bring up bring up your item, because sometimes it's hard to know where things are from. So Beautiful Pattern. All right, we're just doing tone on tone, just layering that a little bit to give a little bit more texture. Okay, now I'm ready to put this on. I will stick that on, and don't pass out, but I didn't bump it up. Oops, bless you. We will bump up something, but not that. Okay, this ribbon does come with our, which I meant to put on before I adhered it, of course, but this ribbon comes with the suite. I'm going to tuck it under here, as you well know. Let's go ahead. I'm going to use some glue and stick it under there, because, you know, that's how I roll. We'll just tuck that there, put a little bit of glue on top, a little bit on that corner, and don't want that to come out, and close it down. All right, so this is going to go right here. We'll do that. Then we'll get to the fun part, which I think is the fun part anyway. Let's open, or let's cut this over here like that. It's really pretty ribbon. It's very soft. It's got a lot unfurled right now. That's the word. Unrolled. Anyway, it's very soft. It's got some really nice gold in it. And yeah, it's a very pretty ribbon. So let's do the same thing on this side over here. Pick up my little piece. I know you guys never do this, do you? Because you already have everything. Not. I'm sure you do the same thing sometimes. But that's the way it is. Sometimes we don't. Many times I don't go in order. And I'm just going to tuck that under there, because you saw me put the glue under there. I'm going to make it a little bit shorter, though. All right. Just push that under there and close that up, and just hold that for a second. All right. So there is our very, very pretty little touch of glue on that corner. Very, very pretty ribbon. Thank you for the glue, love.
You bet.
There we go. Okay. I think, well, I might as well finish with the ribbon. And then I'll get to the really pretty focal point. I'm just going to tie this around here, and then we'll put a little sentiment coming off of that. So just a little piece. And then I'll show you another one that I made using different ribbon, but since this is with the suite, I'm going to use this ribbon. So I really love ribbon. And
We never knew.
He's obviously being sarcastic, because I have a whole bin of retired ribbon that
Ribbon hoarder.
I love ribbon. It's so pretty. But I will say I did put some in the Christmas pile, so we're using it to wrap gifts. That's okay. I still really like it. All right, we are ready to do something on this. It does look dry. I'm going to give it a quick, just to make sure on my little notepad. Yes, it's dry. Okay, let's bring back in our mat. And when on the back of vellum, so I don't know that we carry this anymore. Do you? Oh, you know what? We use the Take Your Pick. That's right. The
Yep.
Take Your Pick has, nope, not on that one. It has one with this end on it. I should have that over here, but I don't. So I'm just going to use this one. And I'm going to go around my edges because it's going to make it white. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Let's start over here. It does not have to be perfect because on the other side, it's just going to look really, really nice. So we're just going to go around here. If I push too hard, I will rip it. I don't want to do that, obviously. But I do want it to be kind of thick because when I turn it around, I want to be able to see some of that white outside the black. So we'll do that. And then on these spaces where there's like this little extra petal, or it's not extra petal, it's the depth of the petal maybe, I'm just going to color that in. So it's quite simple. You color in the whole thing if your little heart desired. I am not going to color in the whole thing. But it's kind of a cool technique. The other thing you can do with vellum is you can use it on 3D embossing, and it's gorgeous using a 3D embossing folder. I'm going to do a card with snowflakes or with snow for the vellum, and then go from there. I think it's going to be really pretty. I woke up last night figuring, okay, I know what I can do, which is kind of scary actually. That why am I thinking about that in the middle of the night? Don't know. All right, how was your Monday? We have 1 week of school, which made Mondays are usually a little bit tough for kids, I find, and for me. But they have a hard time switching sometimes. Some of them have a hard time switching back to school from being at home, maybe a little bit more freedom or whatever. Anyway, so, but this Monday particularly was difficult because I think because they know it's on vacation. We're going on vacation. All right. Oh, I'm picking up ink off of here. That's okay. I don't want that on there, but that's all right. I'm going to flip this over, and because I still want, I'm going to put a little piece of paper under it. I still want the center. Let's see what this does. I realize that on here, you can see right there, I think that's the flower that I'm kind of picking up some of the edges, but I want this center. So I've still got the mat there. I'm just going to make a big circle and then come off some of these shoots. Not really being super careful, just make some like that. Isn't that pretty? I think it's very pretty. There's one spot right here. I want a little bit more. So, and you can just do whatever you want to make it how you'd like it to be. But I do think it just a little bit of shading is quite nice. All right, I'm going to glue this on. I want a little bit more white showing. Actually, maybe I'll just color this whole piece white. We'll do all my edges white. Just want a little bit more of that white to show. I think that'll be pretty. This is going to sit right on here. And at first I was kind of concerned about the adhesive, like, oh, is it going to show? And you know what? It didn't. So I'm just going to stick it on. It didn't show at all, which I was kind of surprised, but you got to go with it. Doesn't show, it doesn't show. Let's go ahead and stick. I think because the background has some color, and so it's not like white on white. You just really don't see that showing. All right, so we are going to put a little sentiment on it in Calypso Coral. And my little sentiment is hello. And the hello is from our new mini catalog that's coming out January 6th. And it is from a set called Sunshine and Tulips. Sunshine and Tulips. And you are going to love it. Maybe, let's say, maybe on Saturday I can use that one. Sunshine and Tulips. Kind of curious. Do you like seeing things ahead of time, even though you can't get them right now?
Tina says it's very pretty.
Thank you. Do you like seeing things ahead of time, or do you want to, like, oh, I wish I could get it right now? I'm just going to cut that like that. And I think I will put a little pennant type thing right here. I don't want those scissors. These scissors, the snips cut just to the very end, whereas the other one's cutting beyond the end. I don't want that. There we go. All right. And I am going to just tuck this kind of like right under here. And I will use a dimensional for that to pop that up. Can't have a card without a dimensional. What the heck? There we go. All right, so we'll just stick that like that, except for my pennant right here is not straight. It's quite crooked.
Blowing in the wind.
No, it's just blunt. I don't like blunt pennants. There we go. All right, so we'll just stick that right there. That looks better. And then I have some gems, and these gems are quite beautiful. They are so sparkly.
And
They
these
are called, I know, I was just thinking I have to look. Actually, do you want to look in the suite? The suite is in here. Dave will look them up for me while we are putting them on. But yeah, they're so pretty. Look at they're like the coral and then the pretty petal pink, just really, really pretty. So let's go ahead. I'm going to use a bigger one. I think I'm going to go
these
this.
are pearlized faceted circles.
Thank you. I think I'm going to start this. My weight kind of is over here. So I want to bring some of my weight this way. So I'm going to put one over here, put a little one there.
Do you need to take your pick?
What's that?
Do you need to take your pick?
I could have, but I did not. So there we go. I do have a piece of white for the inside, so I'll just stick that in there. But so pretty and pretty easy, I think. And just pop that inside. And then we are good to go. So pretty. So very pretty. I just looked through my stash of cards and pulled out some of those thank yous, some thank yous from our house to yours, or thank yous like that to bring to school from last year's winter collection. So isn't that pretty though?
Very pretty.
Yeah, I think so too.
Mary thinks so too.
Thank you. All right. Dave, what do you have? I have a couple of cards to show and a couple other things, but.
So in case you hadn't noticed, if you go to the stamperstudio.com, things have changed. Here's what has changed. We have updated our website, so no more just the little
we use Dave.
Series of buttons. So when you come to the stamperstudio.com, right away you can see everything right here. If you want to go ahead and shop products, click right there, take you right into ordering. You can also do that down here and somewhere else. We'll continue on there. We also have our events calendar here. So right across the top in our events, we have all of our events that are coming up. So far, right now, I have mostly the Card Cafe dates for all of 2026.
Thank you.
So you can come right in here to events, take a look at those details, and you have the registration link right there ready to go for you. In addition to that, we have a page with our broadcasts. Here's where, in case you ever forget or you're having trouble connecting to our socials, you can come right in here. I also have a sort of a library of the most recent Instagram posts that have been there. All of those are available with our weekly broadcast tab. I'm also going to be building out sort of a library of all the different suites and bundles. And as we do samples of each of the different suites and bundles, we will be posting them there, and you will have access to those. As you scroll down, some more things down here at the bottom where you can come and, again, shop, register for our in-person events, or check out our live broadcasts.
That's awesome, Dave.
All of these things are available on our new website. Same URL, go to the same place, thestamperstudio.com. Everything right there ready to go for you.
Thanks, love. I like that he put me as a creative master. That's kind of fun. All right, I'm going to come back down and show you. This was the card I actually had put out for Card Cafe. This little ribbon is not current, but I thought the little double ribbon was kind of fun. Not sure that that one is either. Sometimes in Card Cafe, I use things that are not always current because honestly, they don't care.
Thanks,
So
Mary.
they're still stamping up, but they're not. All right, so there is that. And you can see the background here is just a little bit different. This one is darker. I like the black a little bit better. So on Thursday, we have, I was putting this together. I'm like, oh, I'm just going to do it right with you. Thursday, we have a cookie contest at school. And yesterday at the dollar store, Dave said, oh, why don't you make this like the first place part of the first place winner? And so usually I'd ask Dave to do something with vinyl, but then I'm like, wait a minute, I have alphabets. I have Stampin' Up! Alphabets. So this one is the big one. This is the Party Alphabet Dies. And I did do a number, well, it's an L or an I. It's an I. So I'm going to do that as my one, first place. And then I used this one, which is mini alphabet dies. And I just kind of hang on to dies because you never know. This is one die. You never know when you're going to need it. So that's where my little ST came from. ST right here first. And then the place is from this die right here. And this is the Alphabet a la Mode. So kind of little skinny
I
dies.
liked those.
Yeah, me too. So I thought I would just put that together right here because it's kind of fun.
Because we can.
Because I can, exactly. And I'm curious to know if the person ends up bringing it back next year. I don't know. That would be kind of fun if they pass it on, but who knows? We'll see. It's up to them. So I did put this on our adhesive sheets, and put the first right there. First place. I did put it on the adhesive sheet so that it will stick on. Obviously, I don't want to use adhesive or glue or any of that because I don't want it to come off. Does this S have a, I don't know if it has an up and down, but I'm going to do it like this. Dave just got out to go get something. So he's got an idea. I think it might go the other way. I'm going to flip it this way. Maybe when you get it that way, it doesn't matter. I don't know. S, first place. So yeah, there's about 10 people or so. Last year, I think there were 3 or 4, but this year there's 10 or 12 who are going to make cookies, and then people vote on them. The staff can take a taste and vote on it. And I encourage them to take like half a cookie so there's enough for everybody. But I think this is going to be really, really fun. So pretty good for a dollar. Well, you know, the dollar store's not $1 anymore. It's like all different things because we bought some candy to drop in these bags for first, second, and third. Some Ghirardellis, and they were $6 each. I'm like, wait a minute. This is the dollar store, Dollar Tree. But they don't have that anymore. I guess
Family Dollar is actually where we were.
Family Dollar? I thought it was called Dollar Tree. Okay.
Maybe.
I don't know. Anyway, the one in
I lose
Hopkins.
track.
Me too. So, first place. Let's see. PLA. I probably should have put the A in first. P. That's probably going to work right there. Look how cute that's going to be. I think that's going to be really fun. We'll have to make sure to have that person hold it up.
You're right. Dollar Tree.
Thanks. Have that person hold it up and take a picture. So I just felt very creative, which ironically, you know, it's kind of funny because sometimes I don't feel creative, which creative messed up. But I felt very creative to be able to, like, oh, I was going to write on it.
Those chocolate chip cookie dies.
No, but I do have a jar with cookies. But no, wouldn't those be fun?
Yes.
Yes, I did think that too. Yes, that would have been Nothing Is Better Than, I think it was called. Yeah. No. Anyway, what's your week hold? Anybody have anything exciting and fun? My kids have 5 points to get a cocoa party, which is always kind of tricky because I asked parents for cocoa things for a cocoa bar. Wink, wink, knowing that they're going to get it because we'll work to make it happen. Because that's a great time to have a party, is the day before break. Because it's kind of hard to focus, honestly, for anybody. But let's get this. Okay, I'd be pretty excited to get this. I think and this is a pretty sturdy spatula.
Well, hopefully they don't use it.
Well, that would be kind of silly. They would just hang it up, right? They're not going to use it.
Exactly.
So, you see, Mary said,
yes.
Fantastic changes, great job. I agree. I had no idea he was working on that. And so I'm happy about that. It'll be nice. I think the thing I like is to be able to go in and look up a card by looking at a stamp set.
You know? Still have to build that up, but yes.
I understand that, but it's starting. Look at that. First place. So then I was thinking, oh, it'd be very fun if they continue to use it and put people's names. But that is up to...
I think you should do that. I think this year you should write 2025 in their name, and then they will
handwrite it.
Yeah, with a Sharpie.
Yeah, that's really fun. So anyway, I thought, well, that's kind of a fun thing. I'll just show it with you. And like I said, that's an I. I debated on doing the, to make it. I'm like, no, it's fine. So that's what I have for you. I thought that was a really fun thing. I'd be excited to get that. All right, friends. Oh, I had 2 other cards to show you. So
Can you
sorry.
turn that over? It makes my head hurt when it's upside down. No.
What?
So the lettering was right.
Okay, I have 2 more things to show you. I did make these. It's from the same stamp set, the Lovely and Beautiful. This one I just stamped and then colored with our Stampin' Blends and tore. This is actually watercolor paper. I don't do a lot of tearing, but I kind of like that rough look on here. And then this one is using, this is part of the suite also, these beautiful vellum flowers. And then these dies are part of the suite. So there's the petal, got a lot going on here underneath that, sorry. The petal pink, and then the vellum is on top. And you know what? Looking at this, you maybe can't see it. I can see the adhesive here, but on our card, I don't notice it. And I think it's because of that patterned background.
Yep, for sure.
So just a little tip when you're using adhesive. So there we go. That's what I have for you. I hope you have a great week. Pray for me. Last week before break is, you just got to make it fun. You got to kind of roll with it. So we're doing a lot for our coffee cart, which we hope to open in January, which will be great. Have a great week. I look forward to seeing you on Saturday, and I'll find something other than this flower to show you. Happy stamping, friends.
Hey there, makers, gather round. It's time to spread that crafty sound. Paper, ink, stamps, and snips. We're rolling up our sleeves. Come get your tips